Hi, it's Patrick from J&P Cycles. We're here to talk a little bit about suspension today and why you would want to upgrade your suspension and what it could do for you. One thing to note about motorcycle suspension that it's basically different than all other kinds of suspension is you can really fit your bike to yourself with your suspension. Everybody always thinks of ride quality and handling when it comes to suspension, which those things are definitely two things that suspension will improve, but you can really fit your bike to yourself whether you want taller or shorter shocks, or even to weight. Like if you do a lot of heavy two-up riding, you can tune your bike to your exact riding style. One of the first things everybody does to do that, obviously, is rear shocks. We have a set of progressive 412s here. This is kind of an entry-level shock. You can't adjust the spring rate on it, but it's pretty much a set it and forget it type of shocks. And from there, we go all the way up through a full range of shocks to something like the Progressive 970, which is right behind me. So from the 412 kind of meat and potatoes, we offer a full range of suspension on up to something like the 970, which is kind of the top of the line. Things that would set it apart are, you can obviously see the reservoir here that's detached from the shock body, which allows it to have more travel and keep that fluid cool that's moving up and down the shock, and it offers more adjustability like you see right here, the really quickly accessible compression adjustment here. So something like a 412 is your entry-level shock all the way up to something really racy like the 970 here. Back over here on the table, we have another way to go. You see the Legend air suspension kit here. Air suspension, if you're looking for a lot of adjustability, like I said, you can put taller or shorter shocks on your bike, but if you're looking for a way to move that up and down all the time, air suspension is a great way to go, especially if you want to get aesthetically that really slammed look, but you don't want to ride your bike around completely slammed on the ground all the time. Air suspension is a wonderful way to go. So big range of selection there. Make sure you check out our product specific video on a lot of these products. We'll go into more detail on what makes a 412 versus what makes a 970 and 970. Also, Softail guys, we have shocks for you too, and Metro guys also. Even if you have like a monoshock style bike, we definitely have those types of shocks available. But it's not just the rear suspension, you can kind of tune your bike up with front suspension as well. This is a whole kit here. This is a drop-in kit that is kind of all-inclusive, but we also have just spring kits available, and we have them available in lower heights as well. So if you're a little bit vertically challenged, you can drop a set of short shocks on, drop in a set of smaller springs in the front, it'll drop that bike down to a more manageable level. We'll also have those available in a kit, like the Burley Slimer kit, for example. It includes both small shocks for the back and a lowered front set as well. So it's just not about handling, which better shock will obviously help your bike handle better. It's about fitting your bike to yourself. Very, very important. Also, moving on to more handling oriented things, we have things like the fork brace here from Custom Cycle Engineering, and also triple trees. We have triple tree kits, so if you're looking to maybe go up to a wide glide front end from your narrow glide, we have kits. We have just top or bottom trees available if you're just looking to stiffen up that suspension in the front. Steering dampeners, things like that are also going to help improve the suspension on your bike. But it's not just about suspension. We all know want to look good. So aesthetics, things like lower legs from Arlen Ness and PM. They have billet legs available in chrome, and these contrast cut finishes will really, really change the dynamic of a bike. If you're looking at ways to set your bike apart and customize it, we do offer stock replacement tubes and lower legs. But if you're going to go that route, I highly recommend going to something like this. It will really, really change the look of your bike. We have the top of the forks covered too. Actually, literally, these chrome pieces here are from PM, and they would go on the top of the cowbells, as they're called, on top of the FL forks. This really finishes off the front end. Or if you want a more old school look for like a Sportster or a Dyna, we have the old school kind of rubber fork gaiters here. Keep the dirt out of there if you're a dirt road runner on your Sportster or a Dyna. A couple different ways to go there. And then we have things also, if you're not going with the full shock, things like this right here. This is a lowering link from Arlen Ness. Burley makes them, and a lot of guys, LA Choppers, carry a lot of different styles of lowering link for both Softail and these twin mounted shocks. If you're just looking for a way to lower your bike, you're not super interested in the handling characteristics, this is a great way to do it. These kits bolt right on and will drop the bike right down. So if you just want a quick way to lower the bike, that's an awesome way to do it. If you're looking to improve the front suspension handling, these preload adjusters here from Roland Sands, a great way to do that as well. They replace the stock cap on the top and give you a little more adjustability to your stock suspension. Always a good thing. And if you're gonna be doing this type of work, obviously if you're gonna be doing any kind of stock rebuild stuff or moving on up to something like these Arlen Ness legs or the Progressive full-on cartridge kits, you're gonna need seals and gaskets. Of course, we carry a full line of those, as well as fork oil, also tools, carry fork seal drivers to get those fork seals in there right, suspension tools like the spanner wrench there, or this air pump from Progressive. Even if you have a stock set of air shocks on your FL, this little air pump here is an awesome tool. Handles it perfectly, you're not gonna overfill it, you're gonna know right where it's at. It's got a gauge. Complete front ends, we have you covered there too. Anything from a stock style front end on up to something real flashy like this Paco Springer here. Anything you want, basically we're gonna have it for you. Feel free to give us a call. If you have any questions on our 800 number, you can hit us up on chat or simply comment in the video section below. Any of your suspension questions, we'd love to answer them for you. Now, go ride your motorcycle.